If you believe that everything in your life is your fault, it's actually a path to happiness. If you think it's the government's fault, if you think it's your parents' fault, your boss, someone who screwed you, you feel not in control. You don't feel in control, you feel helpless. You feel helpless, you feel anxious. The only thing that gives me anxiety is health, because I don't feel in control. I can do the right things, push-ups, eat well, but I still am too educated to know sometimes life is challenging when it comes to health. It's just the way you were born. So health gives me anxiety, but everything else does not, because I'm accountable. I believe the world has become intoxicated with pointing fingers. Everybody is now actively, as a hobby, spending their time deploying judgment on the internet, at their dinner tables, on everybody but themselves. Most people, when they hear me say this, confuse it. They hear beating yourself up. If everything is your fault, you are happy. Most people that are listening right now say, I do that all the time and I'm deeply unhappy. I'm not saying beat yourself up. I'm saying give yourself grace. I love who I am. I'm very aware I make many mistakes. I'm accountable for those mistakes. Too many people that when they hear accountability think it's deploying negativity towards oneself. This is not about self-love. This is about true accountability. I genuinely believe that true accountability makes you feel empowered and allows for the thing that makes us all happy. Your ability to deploy humility and say, I'm sorry, I was wrong, I changed my mind. That is the antidote. That is the potion. That is the key to a joyous life. Most people are visceral to it because they're deeply insecure.
In other words, the moment you stop making excuses for yourself, the more of a shot you'll have to be happy and successful in life.
Yeah, the second you don't deploy energy on trying to trick everybody else why you don't suck and work on getting better is the second you get better. Think about it.
Yeah.
If you put all your energy, I know I'm looking around because I like the guys in the background. This is how I work. If everybody's watching on film, this is what I do. If everybody here spent all their energy fixing what they know they're not good at versus trying to trick each other that they're not bad at it, it was their boss's fault or their dad did this or you did this, Mo. The second you get away from that, you get into a very good place. You get into, I can fix this. But that requires something even higher up. The inability to live life and not valuing other people's opinion. The reason we try to trick each other is we overvalue each other's judgment on us. The reason judgment is so poisonous is the following. When you are in the business of judging everyone else, you become susceptible to judgment. It's a very important thing to understand. If you are sitting at home and you are judging everybody else, judgment on you is effective. When you are not judging everyone else, judgment on you is less effective. This is very profound, Mo, and an important perspective in life. I believe that in life, all of us find what we're looking for. Let's use America and Saudi. If you want to decide that America sucks, you have so much ability to find things to justify your cause. If you want to say that America is remarkable, good news. You have unbelievable things that you can find that justify your point of view. Saudi. You want to say that Saudi's next and unstoppable? I'm here for a reason. I see that. You want to sit at home and be cynical and say, no, it won't happen? Then you can find ways to decide that. Life is about what you're looking for. The world has become incredibly cynical, incredibly no, and I choose optimism and yes. My big thing with cynicism is the following. If you look at every situation and say no, it means it's already no. By you deciding that this can't happen, it won't happen. For you, do you know how much joy I get watching people throw shade at other people only to watch that person succeed and that person that was throwing shame have to eat humble pie? That's enjoyable because I respect the person in the arena. If you sit at home and you're tweeting or throwing judgment at Mo Salah or Ronaldo or whoever you want to pick, you're sitting at home, you're not playing.
Yep.
It's very nice that you think he stinks. You are sitting on your couch on your phone judging world-class athletes. I think that if those world-class athletes valued all the people on Twitter saying they stink, they won't perform.
No chance.
That's what I want for humans that are listening. If you're going to worry about your friends saying you stink at entrepreneurship or accounting or being a lawyer or your parents or whoever, that will immediately create a scenario where you will not be able to achieve. Now, there's a key to this, Mo. I'll use myself as an example. The reason I'm okay with people saying negative things about me on the internet is because I equally don't hear the accolades. If I don't believe them when they say I stink, I can't believe them when they say I'm the GOAT.
Stay neutral.
Neutral. And this is where everyone makes a mistake. They love the flattery, which makes them susceptible to the negativity. For me, I'm humbled. I'm so appreciative. It feels tremendous. But I don't get my validation from people's accolades, which is why I'm not susceptible to people's tearing down. I just stay in my game, put my fingers in my ears, and I work. And brick by brick, steel by steel, concrete by concrete. And then life will happen. Either you build a very big building or you build a very small building. But everybody will see the building. And so that's what I spend my time on.
Anyone who knows you, really knows you, would say Gary's the most empathetic person I know.
I believe it's the single thing that the world is missing. If you are unable to feel the other person, then you will never be able to make decisions that factor in that person's feelings. In all of our conflicts, black, white, religion, countries, men versus women, genders, Gen Z versus boomers. If you're 23 and you're Gen Z and you don't have empathy and you can't feel what your 63-year-old father went through to allow you to even have the luxury to make fun of him, well, then you're going to have a problem in understanding. And so I believe that compassion, sympathy, and empathy are incredibly important traits. I've been blessed with it. You're right. It's probably one of my most distinct personality traits. I also think it makes me a remarkable salesman. I believe the reason I've been so good at investing and selling is because I can feel the other person. So if I can feel you, well, then I'm going to be able to know what to say to you to tell you why you should consider these sneakers or this coffee or this hat. So I believe that empathy is an incredibly beautiful, selfish and selfless tool. And I'm proud to say I feel comfortable in the way that I've balanced that superpower.
So rare in today's world. There's more of a divide than we've ever seen.
Yeah, and I think people are intellectually lazy. I think people are scared. I will say that one of the problems we have, one of the things that is very obvious to me of why I resonate is I believe that most people sell fear.
Fear-mongering.
Fear is how you control people. Fear.
Absolutely.
So I'm very proud that I sell love. I really do. Sometimes people think that it's too much goody-goody. I don't know. I think it's important. But to your point, I'm also not a very easy read. You go through your social media feed, some of the people listening right now are listening, going into this interview, not loving me because maybe I curse and they don't like that. Maybe it's too much energy and they're a chill dude, and I'm actually very empathetic to the people that don't like my content. I understand. What I'm proud of is as every day goes by, I think I get more pro than con. And that's what you try to do if you're trying to leave a legacy or a good reputation. You let the work speak for itself, even if you may be misunderstood up front.
Yeah.
But I'm also not willing to not be authentic. I remember early in my career, CAA represented me for speaking and they called me and they said, man, we're getting a lot of interest in you. You have it. They said, 2 problems. You dress too casual and you curse. If you start wearing a suit and stop cursing, you can get double your fee and we can book you 5 times more. They didn't even finish the sentence. And I said, men, I'm very humbled. And I know you're trying to do right by me, even though you're getting a commission. I go, here's the problem. I don't have it in me. Same with my communication style. I'm aware that I'm a little aggressive and hyper, but I don't want to conform to get some people to like me, not because I don't respect them or I don't want them to listen to me. Honestly, Mo, it's because I can't. There's a reason I was a poor student. There's a reason that I can't hang a picture on the wall. If I don't like to do something, I'm not doing it. Not because I think I'm better than, I'm genuinely not capable.